many sections or many cases are specifically allegations have been leveled against them in the charge sheet. Now, my lord, others are the agents who are before my lords. With them, with regard to them, I will make my second branch of submission. Because agents, my lord, I have to say, because they are the collectors of money.
That means
Private.
Mr. Growth approach.
This is how I propose, my lord, subject to whatever falls from my lord, because that will be better. Because this, I will, and my lord, going what I am. My lord, what I am humbly submitting before my lord. My lord, there are my learned senior friends have.
Lord, we honestly hope that he will answer the question. Without taking cognizance, how can a judge of the special court demand an accused to custody?
My lord, my lord, I am not here to answer any questions. I am just here to place before my lords what is charge sheet all about and what has happened.
Lord,
Now, my lord, no, my lord. If I don't answer adverse inference,
if we ask some questions,
my lord, of course, I am a creature of instructions from my client and direction from my lords, and I'm bound to do that. But my lord, as far as the questions which are there, my lord, what I feel are pertinent, I will try to put it before my lords. Now, my lord, as far as
so
RC
required, though the accused in whose case sanction is required, you are
my lord, I'm starting with that first. My lord, I will just narrate.
Mr. Partho Chatterjee.
My lord, no, sanction has been granted. Yes, my lord, sanction is required, but two of them have been granted sanction.
Mr. Partho Chatterjee
And
Jivan Krishna Shah, Sri Jivan Krishna Shah, and he is not the petitioner before my lord. He is on bail.
granted.
Now, my lord, before my lords,
Kullanmoy
Ganguly is there, Shubiresh, Ashok Kumar Shah, Shanti Prasad Sinha, and Shri Partho Chatterjee.
And lastly,
Shri Partho Chatterjee.
Kullanmoy Ganguly, Subiraj Bhattacharya, Ashok Kumar Saha, Shanti Prasad Sinha,
and Shri Partho Chatterjee.
Sanction granted, you say?
No, my lord. These are the people whom, with regard to whose bail applications I am going to address, my lords, as well, because they are a part of the conspiracy which has been stated in the charge sheet. And who were actually responsible, others, are the people who had gathered money on the pretext of giving jobs. And that particular amount of money reached people. And on the basis of that particular gratification, they did things which I am going to submit before my lord very humbly. This is my first branch of submission. Now, my lord, basically, my lord, my branches of submission are first the story as to how everything came into existence and what happened. Second branch will be that whether the persons who have been granted bail are on the same footing or not.
Who is the de facto complainant of this case?
Lord, initially CBI.
I do not require to hear that.
My lord, the president of the board, my lord, the advisor to the commission, the secretary to the commission, the MIC, and my lord, then the flashback I will take, my lord. There comes the role of Mr. Shubiresh Bhattacharya, the chairman of SCC at that point of time in 2016. This is post 2018 when this is per se illegal, and that was also illegal by manipulation of data. There are two things. One is there is no data on my own accord.
If the president was given authority to issue, why it is illegal?
My lord, I'm coming. I'm spinning a yarn. My lord will kindly bear me for 30 seconds because until unless I don't disclose the entire while I'm telling narrating the entire incident, my lord will get one answer after the other. And if there are some more questions, my lord, I shall surely, my lord, answer to the best of my ability. Now, my lord, what happened was, so my lord, in my respective submission, what happened was that in 2019, this 18, this particular rule was amended. Now, this gives power to the president of the board to issue letters of appointment without sending it to the different, my lord, the school committees, which were initially, my lord will kindly bear me. The school management committees. So the school management committees, which were initially responsible, were obtained in numbers. So they could come to know that how this appointment letter and why this appointment letter is to be given without any purpose, without any process. So in order to make it more confidential, more secretive, and more make it within a few, will be some process will be followed. People taking out on their own accord, getting names, printing appointment letters and giving it to people and letting them join this. How this can happen, we could never understand. So, my lord, when we started this, so then we said that the people who were not called for interview, what were their OMR sheets? These people who have been appointed, they must have got some answer because there should be some basis to it. So, therefore, then our race started or our investigation started with regard to the OMR sheets, the route. And the original OMR sheets were basically dumped in an old abandoned building.
Digital records must be kept.
My lord, scanning, that is there. My lord, Justice Mantha ordered the CBI. They have said that it has been destroyed.
Digital records.
Yes, it has been
Scanning.
Yes, it has been destroyed. That is what Justice Mantha, it fell from Justice Mantha, that he said that the digital records cannot be destroyed. There should be some footprints. So, my lord, there was an order for the CBI investigation.
Investigation is almost complete.
My lord, we had completed in January. Subsequently, the order came, my lord, of this honorable court. This honorable court came to a finding that no, there are certain other nuances to the issue. So, therefore, investigation should be made on two particular aspects. That, my lord, we ordered.
Submitted charge sheet, so you can file.
Yes. Supplementary we can file. No, my lord, the investigation is over.
Taking of cognizance or something like that.
Yes,
you all know what happened. Facts we know.
Yes, my lord. No, facts, my lord, I know. Therefore, my lord, I'm not.
The question is whether sanction and not granting sanction.
Sanction, no, my lord, that is not the question which I can champion for, my lord. Because then, my lord, that is one of the limbs of my submission. But that is not the major limb of my submission because I cannot say, my lord will kindly appreciate. My lord, I have got my remedies. If a particular is not giving sanction, it can always be argued by my learned senior friends that if the special secretary or the government is not giving sanction, why should I be languishing in prison? And just because of that reason, if sanction is not being given, trial is not going to proceed. So why should I not get the benefit of Article 21? The best argument which I can make as far as this particular aspect is concerned is this, that I cannot take advantage of my own wrong. But that is also a far-fetched argument because then another issue can be joined by them, that how am I linking them that they are solely responsible for this particular act of the government. My lord will appreciate that. Therefore, that is surely one of my arguments. But then, my lord, has taken its backseat because of the force being derailed because of these particular issues which my learned senior friends can join and will join rather. So, my lord, I will come to that aspect later. My lord will kindly bear me for. Now, my lord, since my lord, it has fallen from your lordship that why the investigation has again started once we have closed it. So, my lord, this is very important because one of the points of the notes of submission is this, that investigation has been completed. Most of the evidences are digital in nature, which cannot be tampered with. And the trial is a far-fetched thing because even if sanction is given, no sanction is given, it is a different issue altogether. But even if sanction is given, my lord, the trial will start and there are so many aspects. So it may not be complete. And that was one of the reasons why the Honorable Coordinate Bench of this Honorable Court granted bail to one of the persons who is only on the same footing, whose bail is also before my lords. Yes, he is only on the same footing. And the others are either agents or the people who are actually not directly involved with the chair which did the magic. Agents, my lord, are on different footing. I can manifest something, but if I don't have the power to execute it, my manifestation has less value. But if I have the,
Priti, who issued, who signed the appointment letters?
my lord, the appointment letter, Kullanmay Ganguly.
Kullanmay Ganguly.
Being the president of the board.
Okay, so if Kullanmay, who actually signed the appointment letters, has been granted bail, think about it. How can the others stand on a worse footing?
My lord, I will come, my lord. My lord, he has granted bail only on one. The others, he is still there. And he has not granted bail as far as other regular cases are concerned.
That's a different thing.
That's pending before your lordship.
Lord, I'll come.
That's pending, yeah?
My lord, of course.
Sorry,
of course. I totally,
You proceed in your own way.
my lord,
Justice Bossak's judgment dated.
my lord, Justice Basak's judgment is, my lord. My lord, we have given the compilation. It is dated, my lord. It is dated, my lord.
At least you don't know.
Yeah, no, my lord. I'm just coming because the cost title runs into around 40 pages.
Because আমাদের কোনো compilation নেই।
So then it is a judgment. Compilation. Judgment.
Oh, মাথায় ডিম করে
22nd April 2024.
My lord, April 22nd, 2024, my lord.
full paragraph.
No. That's the last.
At
Sir,
273. Yes.
আচ্ছা আমাকে বলবেন যে judgment আছে ওইটা একবার ভালো করে my lord April 22nd 2024 and my lord there the 2024 this year 2020 my lord there my lord we are the directions are at paragraph 363 at page 272 for my lord's noting just 363 272 page. Now, my lord, the relevance. No, পড়াচ্ছি. Now, my lord will kindly see. My lord will see that I'm just reading for my lord's reference. How the investigation started. Now, my lord, there, my lord, paragraph 363, subparagraph 7 has again directed us to investigate, my lord. It says, my lord, CBI will undertake further investigation in respect of all the 4 cases. CBI will interrogate all persons who have received appointments beyond the panel, after expiry of panel, and after submitting blank OMR sheets. If necessary, CBI shall undertake custodial interrogation in respect of each of them. In respect of each of them. Then, well, it has been stated.
That has been stated.
It's stated. Now, my lord, then the second paragraph, subparagraph 8 says, Roman, CBI will undertake further investigation with regard to the persons involved in the state government approving creation of supernumerary posts to the accommodation illegal appointments if
This is the judgment whereby all the appointments were cancelled.
Yes.
25,000.
25.
And but this was Justice Aniruddha Bose's remanded it back.
তুমি খালি এইটা স্টে করেছো এইটা
Only supernumerary.
এইটা ঠিক আছে ওইটাই তো সেকেন্ডটা স্যার এইটা আন্ডারটেক এইটা আপনি একবার দেখুন তো ওই অর্ডারটা দেখুন ওইটাই আমি একটা সাবমিশন তো অর্ডারটা বার করুন অর্ডারটা হাতে বার করুন নেই না my lord may I now my lord the second subparagraph 8 says that CBI will undertake further investigation with regard to persons involved in the state government approving creation of supernumerary posts to the accommodate illegal appointments. If necessary, CBI will undertake custodial interrogation of such persons involved. CBI shall submit its report with this regard to further investigation as directed herein preferably within 3 months from date with the jurisdictional court. So, my lord, here the investigation has again begun on all aspects. Now, my lord, what has been stayed, what I have been told, and my understanding is by the Honorable Supreme Court is the subparagraph 8. CBI will undertake further investigation with regard to my lord, the compilation of the Honorable Supreme Court's judgment is there, my lord. My lord can just have a look on that particular page because that will address the issue that what aspect has been stayed. The entire investigation has not been stayed, and therefore, if my lord kindly comes to page 4. ওইটাই স্যার ওইটাই তো আমি আমার সারাতে ইনভেস্টিগেশন চলছে
তাহলে সারদা মতো পড়িস না 2030 14 স্টার্ট হয়েছে
So, my lord, what I
just told him one thing, don't make it Sarada.
Of the Climate Council.
2014 it started investigation. Now, still it is not come. Now that is 11 years going on.
No, no,
By
put them-
CBI. I just told them, don't make it sit to a Saroda case.
My lord, whether it is Saroda case. My lord, page 4, my lord, of the,
Second paragraph.
my lord, second paragraph is there.
What was paragraph 8? What was paragraph 8 of?
Yes, that is the only which was stated, which I was reading to my lords. My lord, may I read that supernumerary and that investigation with regard to my lord? That if I am allowed to read once again, my lord, I'll read. हमको मालूम है, देख. My lord, may I read that paragraph 8 once again, my lord? Because though we have handed over that entire bunch of judgment, but my lord, may I entire investigation is open, my lord. So, my lord, the whole process now, these people, if they have given bail, what they may do, my lord, because they know where they have created problems. So, if they are granted bail and being politically empowered people, and all the witnesses, that is my third branch of submission, which I'll come, where I've made a compilation as to the list of witnesses who have been working under them, who are in jobs, temporary or permanent, in the commission or in the board, and they can always influence them. Now, my lord, in my respectful submission, my lord, I shall come.
If they are in correctional home, they can't influence them.
My lord, this is, of course, my lord, they cannot. The force, my lord, what I am humbly submitting is what is falling from my lords. I can
What is
understand.
passing through my mind, I'm
But, my lord,
expressing.
I'm grateful for that. My lord, my influence, getting bail and being in society at large, and I being behind, there is one segment. A person of that stature could not get bail for such a long time. Therefore, he does not wield that power. But once he is back, chances, my lord, this what is my understanding about the thing, what has crossed my lord's mind, in my own ways, I'm trying to answer it, my lord.
Only
Because then, my lord, the whole question of keeping people behind the bars and this being one of the reasons of influencing witnesses while he is out and be influencing witness while he is inside, my lord, because there have been obtained number of cases, my lord. We have seen that people who have been behind bars, they have been influencing people. But, my lord, the influence which they may, the gravity,
Chances you say are
the
less.
gravity, and, my lord, that is what I am. One cannot do, my lord, that is a far-fetched thinking, my lord. People can do it.
Most of the evidence is documented.
No, my lord, my lord, documentary. Then, my lord, many evidences are such. My lord, I'll come. List has come. I have not completed my first. What happened was, when OMR sheets, OMR sheets were tampered right from day one. OMR sheets, the original OMR sheets were dumped in a particular abandoned office of School Service Commission, which is not being used. OMR sheets were scanned, kept with NISA. What NISA did was, they never handed over the copies of scanned OMR sheets as per records to the commission. What they did was, they prepared an Excel sheet, which can be tampered, which can be edited, saying that these are the numbers of marks which have been obtained by the candidates. It never reached there. Now, after that, when it came to them, those Excel sheets and those, they were again tampered. They could be tampered by the officers of the commission. And that particular data, which was available there, even after that, when the results were to be declared, there was a close meeting where all these witnesses who have been cited were there. And those witnesses were told, this comes to with regard to Mr. Shubiresh. This is the first part. They were told that a list has been received. That list has been received of candidates who have to be put in.
On the point, You have a right of reply.
But for something is
No.
we appreciate that we can't listen to all these things which is not there on record. And the nicer person for whom it was recovered, my lord, by CBI 2 years after,
Who put this question to him?
which was, my lord,
NISA director has been granted bail. Who put this question to him?
no, that's not nicer. The person who signed
No.
the 65.
My lord has put this question.
Take your seat, sir.
Sir, আপনি আমাদের কষ্ট কি?
Yes.
মানে 4টে বাজে আপনার কোমর
টি করে করে অভ্যেস হয়ে গেছে। টি অভ্যেসটা খারাপ হয়ে গেছে।
টাইম শেষ কর, শেষ কর।
আমি করছি স্যার
আর ডিস্টার্ব করব না।
স্যার আমি কি বলবো আমি তো বলছিলাম স্যার
মাইনর এটা বলছি।
my lord
NISA.
nice I'm telling with my understanding I'm trying to answer my lord. I may not answer it to the best of capabilities which other people may. My lord, NISA, what NISA has done, my lord will kindly appreciate this particular first segment of manipulation were with regard to a particular recruitment process which was started in 2016. Destruction took place by proper orders in 2018-19. Till that time, no investigation was going on. My lord will try to appreciate. Now, my lord, what they have done it is not something of what we are trying to bring out of 2016. So what they have done through orders, they have done it in a very, very pre-planned manner that now these things have happened because this was kept under a cover for long 6 years from 2016 to 22. What we are trying to investigate now in 2022, most of the things will be lost. We are just, therefore, NISA and what NISA did. NISA was working under the aegis of commission.
NISA is NISA. What is
NYSA. NYSA.
full form?
Well, it's just the name of the company.
It's only NYSA.
Oh.
It's NISA Communications Private Limited.
Right.
It's the name of a particular juristic person. Now, my lord, as far as my lord, he is concerned, my lord, if today I have given you a job to scan, see, give it to me. After 5 years, if I say that now my work is over, you destroy it. Can that amount of illegality, he may be saddled for not getting bail. He will come and say, if I try to champion for his cause, I will say that I am an agent, I was given a job. I kept it under me for 5 years. If a client comes to me and says, why you have not kept my brief for another 10 years, and then I go to jail, my lawyer will say the same thing. Why should? Because they told me already destroy it. I have destroyed it. Now, my lord, will kindly, how are they on the same footing? Kalyan, my lord, I am going to say that. But as far as their footing is concerned, my lord,
Digital records cannot be equated with document.
my lord, but they were told
They
to
were-
do that.
Even if there is a destruction of digital records, there must be some imprint.
My lord, that is what we are looking, my lord. This was in a way, my lord, it was destroyed. This was this. My lord, we have got a second copy by way of Bansal. That is which we said before. That is, my lord, why? Because it fell from my lord. NISA person, VP has been granted bail. I am saying he cannot be on the same footing because he is a creature of instruction from these people whose bail is being moved before my lords. They told destroy, he has destroyed it. They are to be responsible for keeping the records, not NISA. So if NISA has been granted, VP has been granted bail, how can they be, in my respect, to a submission on the same footing? SSC was the maker of document. It is their duty to preserve it. So why NISA? NISA has told, NISA is creature of instruction. He has said we have destroyed it. That is Miller. Now Miller. So Miller, now the digital data was destroyed, which was never handed over, Miller. Which was never handed over. And Miller, which I said, Miller, these appointments, all the data which is available with the board is the data which can be tampered with and which can be doctored upon. And on the basis of that particular data which was given to them by NISA, they have said that we have given appointments. And when we come to see that what is the exact OMR sheet, then we started investigating and we got one gentleman called Pawan Bansal who was working for NISA. Now this gentleman called Pawan Bansal, he had retained a particular copy. Pankaj Bansal. who started a new company in Ghaziabad, if I'm not.
না, ওটা নীলাদ্রি করেছে।
Niladri, sorry.
নীলাদ্রি আন্ডারে কাজ করছিল।
Sorry, he was working for NISA, so he had kept another copy. So we could gather it from him, and from there we could understand that entire manipulation, what it is going. So this is how, Millard, we could decipher that the first stage of manipulation, how, and the MIC wielding his power of chair was a person who was masterminding the entire thing, because under his aegis the entire thing was happening. Because a person, the other people who are there before my lords could not have worked in such a flamboyant and fearless manner if there would not have been a particular contractual basis. Number, they may be removed. And Millard, that is a fear enough for them to turn hostile.
Removed
From their contractual services, Millard.
who will remove?
Millard, the people who are asking, who are there, Millard, whose bail applications are being moved before my lord, they were holding posts of helm.
Will
in-
they go back to their posts? If we grant bail, no, we are asking, we don't know. If we grant them bail, will they go back to their posts?
My lord, nobody can be, Millard, if they will, whether they will granted that post or not, Millard, we are not the,
If we restrain that,
my lord may restrain, Millard, I'm not on that, Millard, that is not for me to answer, Millard, that is the authority, the government which
No,
is in
that is-
power, whether they will appoint them or not.
that is your fear. That is why I am asking.
My fear is not that. They may get appointment, they should get, my fear is somewhere else. The fear is, my lord, which I will, even my lord senior will, my lord not allow me to, my lord will kindly see the sanction. Sanction, my lord. I have to go to the mandamus court, but that I was advised on the last occasion. The CBI should go for a writ petition. This is what I'm trying to impress. Not directly, but in other ways. My lord, I pray, my lord, that, and I vehemently oppose the brave prayer. Now,
Very good. Given the weekend, file on Monday, file by Monday.
Monday
First, let us see what he says.
হ্যাঁ দিয়ে দেবে, মানডে দিয়ে দেবে।
কবে দিতে পারবো